On today's video, I'm going to share with you an easy chicken enchilada recipe. It's really like a no recipe. It's super easy and simple. I just threw some chicken in the crock pot earlier today and cooked it just with some salt and pepper, and I shredded it up with like my little meat shredder. And I have some cheeses here. I've got some dairy-free cheese, some Monterey Jack. I've got some enchilada sauce. It's a little tiny can, so I have a can of Rotel to go with it. In this bowl, I have a mixture of cream cheese. You could use sour cream or a mixture of cream cheese and sour cream. And some of my dairy-free cheese. It's the pepper jack. This is the dairy-free cheese that I use. It's really good. And I wanted to show you this other option if you don't have to be dairy-free. They have this jalapeno cheddar cream cheese dip. I think that would be really good for the filling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tortillas, put some chicken in there. I'm going to spread a little bit of this cheese mixture and roll them up. And I'm just going to make a little bit because it's just for two. And put them in that, and then you're going to bake them on 400 for about 20 to 30 minutes until everything gets nice and warm and the cheese gets good and bubbly and brown. Hopefully I've got everything in the frame here where you can see everything. So I've got some tortillas here. I'm using flour. Of course, most traditionally people use corn. I'm not a fan of corn like this, and I think they're harder to roll up and keep them from breaking. So I'm just using good old flour tortillas. So on the bottom of my little baking dish here, I'm gonna put some of this Rotel just in the bottom. And then to my tortilla, I'm going to take some of this cheese mixture and I'm just going to spread it out the best I can. Now, I'm probably only going to make like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these. But you make however many that you need. These are good for leftovers. You can make freezer meal out of these. And of course, I think I've got way more chicken than I'll need, but I season this pretty simply with just salt and pepper and a little garlic and onion powder. So whatever chicken that I have left over, I will just make some barbecue chicken with it for later on in the week. Now you can add, like black beans or corn, refried beans to this, or rice, just whatever you want, but we're just gonna keep them pretty plain and simple. Just chicken and cheese. And then make sure you shake your can of enchilada sauce before you open it, or stir it well. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this on the inside. And then we're just going to roll them up. And of course, the tighter that you get these rolled up, the better. Try not to overfill them. I usually do. And then you're just gonna lay them in your baking dish, seam side down. Let's do another one together. Take a little bit of my cream cheese and cheese mixture. I would have put my sour cream in this, but I'm having trouble getting the dairy-free sour cream. I like the Tofutti brand. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit less cheese in this one because that one was a little bit too full. And then we're gonna put our chicken. Almost forgot the enchilada sauce. I'm using the red. I think it comes in green too. Okay, now I'm just gonna roll these up. Super easy. cram mine in there. You can see there. So I'm going to continue to roll all these up until I get my little dish filled up, and I'll be back. So as you can see, I totally had to change my baking dish because I wasn't thinking about the fact that I was going to be using 2 different cheeses, dairy-free for me and regular for my husband. So that little dish wasn't enough, so I just transferred everything into a bigger one, so I ended up making more than I had planned, but that's okay. Once that you get everything wrapped and rolled, you want to cover with enchilada sauce. Like I said, I hadn't planned on making this much, so I don't think I have enough, so I'm going to end up using the rest of this Rotel, and I'm just going to sprinkle this along the top and spread it out. That will give it good flavor and good spice. I'm just going to pour all that in. And then I'm going to add the rest of my enchilada sauce. Just going to spread that over. Normally you want a little more enchilada sauce than what I have here, but I'm just making do with what I've got. So now you're just going to cover the top with your cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want: cheddar, pepper jack, Monterey Jack, mozzarella. I think they even make like a Fiesta style cheese. Pop this into your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes. Keep your eye on it, and you just want everything to be warmed through because everything here is cooked, and you want your cheese to be golden, bubbly, and brown, and ooey and gooey on top. I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that you enjoy this easy and delicious meal, and if you don't mind, leave in the comments what your favorite thing is to put in enchiladas.